How do you get over like when you got 1.9 million, your phone's going bing bing bing, notifications are coming, and then you make something, and it might be a lot of views still, but it's like 30,000. It's like, whoa, that was 10% of my last post. How do you deal with that in your mindset?
Well, one, I actually don't have my notifications on for any social media platforms.
Really?
Because I'd probably be stuck to my phone 24/7, and
Wow.
it would probably affect my mental health a lot more than it should. So I actually have all my notifications for social media platforms muted. The second thing is that, and I actually spoke about this at one of our workshops we held last week, is that would you rather be well known, which is, would you rather get 1 million views and people just like your content and it's short form and no one really sees who you are? Or would you rather be known well and you get those 30,000 views, but the 30,000 people that have seen that know a little bit about you or what you stand for? And for me, I'd rather get the 30,000, but it has super high engagement, people actually get an insight into who I am and want to follow along my journey and engage long term. So again, I'm okay with the lower views when it's way more meaningful.
Wow. Okay. Yes. Because like a lot of people can look at and go, you know, they don't get sleep. They're like, oh, I only got this many views. What do people think of me? Do people hate me? Like, it's so easy to fall into that trap of, you know, addiction.
Yeah.
And how, obviously you've just said that you turn your notifications off, but was there a situation that led to you doing that, or was it always the case?
So when I quit my job to do content creation full time, I feel like I had to spend a lot of time figuring out what that meant and what that looked like in sort of my everyday. And it took me months, if not a year, I would say, to really figure out like, what are my boundaries? How do I get a work-life balance in a job that you don't just log on your laptop and then at 5 o'clock you log off? Like, social media as a job is on your phone. You can take it anywhere you go. It can be 24/7 if you want it to be. So I think at the beginning I was a lot more present on my phone and not present in real life.
Yeah.
And obviously I learned over time, like, that's not the way I want to live my life. That's not what's important to me. So I've started treating it a lot more like a business and a job, and actually switching off in the evenings, not checking my emails on the weekends. And so yeah, that's something I've had to figure out over the time.
Tanvi, tell me something. How does your normal week look like? Because it's very different to be 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. You're now your own boss and you're expected to create content. You know, what does your sort of week look like? And second of all, how much time do you spend on creating content?
I really struggle to answer this question as a content creator because literally no week looks the same, let alone a day. Like, no one day ever looks the same. So it totally depends on your current campaigns, if you're hosting any events, if you have any trips, what brands you're currently working with, and it can change day to day.